Hello everybody and welcome once again to Tutorials Point. Well, because we've been discussing so much about work, aren't we? We've been discussing as to, the best body language or the way in which you can become a good leader or the way in which you can handle, politics at work. So there is so much discussion about work. Well, what do you think is the first and the foremost thing which you need to do anything in the world? Of course, it is nothing but confidence, right? So, obviously, invariably or indubitably, confidence at work is going to take you a long way. Well, in this video, we are going to discuss about the various challenges which you of course might just face at your workplace as far as confidence is concerned, and how do you actually become confident, or what is it that can actually help you a lot to become confident at your workplace. Let's go ahead. Okay. Well, first and the foremost thing, which if you just sit and think, we will actually realize that what is it that shakes our confidence. So what happens is whenever we go to any new place, what we are thinking is, what is the person right in front of me thinking about me? And ironically, the person right in front of you is also thinking the same, right? So, which is what actually gets us to our very first point to become really confident in work, and that is to look at the people around. Well, if you look at the people around, not in the way in which they are trying to portray themselves, but in the way which is, you are looking at them with your own eyes, with your own perception, with your own thought process. Your thought process is not clouded by anything outside, right? Because every time you go to a new workplace, especially your seniors, right? Or for that matter, even your colleagues, even the people who work at the same level as yours, everyone might just try to portray the best form of themselves, or maybe try to show that they know a lot, or for that matter they might even be really really good at you. But if you are not feeling confident, it can just lead you into a lot of complex, which is why just relax and look at the people all around you, but with your own eyes, not with a perception that is clouded by others, right? So this is actually the start point of becoming confident, because if you observe people with a thought process, with a perception which is unclouded or unsullied by anything else, well, then of course you will not be stirred, or kind of your thought process or your personality will not be disturbed by anything else, because then you're not getting affected by whoever is around you, right? You're just looking at them, you're getting a pulse of what kind of environment you're going to work, but it's not that you're getting clouded or you're getting into a complex by looking at someone else. So look at the people around, but with an unsullied perception. Okay, well, take up space. Of course, obviously, you cannot expect to be a hero right on the day one, right? So you definitely are going to take time to learn new work. Of course, for sure, you will see people all around who maybe kind of do the same task better than you are doing at that point in time, which might just lead you to kind of lead your confidence to make your confidence shake a little bit, but that should not be the case. So because you are new to that environment and because you just started off, just take your time, take your space to get comfortable in that particular environment without getting clouded or without getting moved by what the people around are doing. So just take your time, take your space, and make yourself comfortable in that particular area, just in case you want to get confident going forward. Yes, get in the right mindset. Well, this is easier said than done, but this is not just something that is going to help you a lot at your work. This is something which is very very important, or is invariably the requirement for us to actually live our day-to-day life. A proper mindset which is unaffected, unmoved and untouched by whatever is happening around is what is needed. Otherwise, we just be carried away by anything and everything that is around us, right? So that is not what we are looking for. So a right mindset is really needed for you to be very, very productive at your work. And if you are productive, you can only be productive when you're confident and when you are perfectly comfortable in your own skin. You're not getting perturbed, or you're not getting disturbed or moved by anything else that is around. So for that to happen, the root or the most important requirement is to be in the right mindset. Well, fortunately or unfortunately, we all have to find our own ways to get into the right mindset. If you're in the right mindset, well, you can rule the world. Yes, this brings you to the most important point, or the most important kind of thing that you need to remember, because invariably we will make mistakes, whatever work we are doing. It might be by virtue of the fact that we are new at it, or it could be for any other reason, right? So what if we end up making mistakes? What is it that is going to pull us out of that shell which we might just go into, right? So accepting that everyone makes a mistake, right? So not believing that the person or the people whom you're surrounded with are kind of perfectionists, or they are like kind of way too big of a genius or something. Well, not really. So accepting that everyone makes some mistakes is going to pull you out of that shell or that guilt which might just be kind of popping up inside you, that, oh my god, you didn't do it. What is this person going to think of me? What is she going to think of me? What is my manager going to think of me? Well, just remember, if you are thinking what he or she is thinking about me, the person right in front of you is also thinking the same. This is the irony, right? So we all are thinking, what is the person right in front of me thinking about me? And same as the person, next to you also thinking. So practically, we are just worried about our perception that the other people are making, but the fact is that what we should be actually thinking about is how we can improve ourselves or how we can grow, rather than the perception that the person right in front of us is making about us. So that is something which invariably is going to make us very, very confident. And accepting that everyone makes mistakes is something is going to lead us a long way in our life, because we all are prone to make mistakes. It's not a big deal if you just couldn't do a task. No one is going to kind of chuck you out of your work. Yeah, that is true. So it's okay to make mistakes until unless you learn from them. Yes, celebrating your achievements. So, well, just remember one thing, not everyone is going to celebrate your achievement, isn't it? So, what if everyone is not celebrating your achievement? Or what if majority of the people around you are not celebrating your achievement? Well, you are the one who is going to be the start or the epicenter of celebrations during the time of your achievement, because if you are celebrating, you are feeling victorious, well, you have conquered quite a lot, you have arrived in life. Yes, that is true. So start to celebrate your achievements, because these small baby steps are going to make you very, very confident, very, very comfortable at your workplace, and that is going to actually propel your career, or is going to catapult you kind of way ahead, right? It is going to actually catapult your career way too much. So you definitely to actually get confident, you need to start celebrating your achievements. And remember that if you're confident, if you're comfortable at your workplace, that is going to lead you way ahead. Yes, asking for a feedback. Well, of course, majority of it was centered around you. But, having said that, of course, asking for a feedback is also something which can help you a lot. Well, now that depends on the person whom you are getting a feedback from. Well, is that person really your well-wisher? Well, if you think that the person whom you're asking a feedback from is really your well-wisher, it is going to help you a lot. But if you really have to be smart to choose and decide as to whom you should be asking, for a feedback, because that is because if the person who is giving you a feedback is the right one to do so, is when it is going to help you. Otherwise it might just kind of lead you to way too much of kind of underconfidence, and might just shake your inner self. So to get a feedback but from the right person is what is really important. And then automatically when you get a feedback, you have a zest to improve, you have a zest to grow, to learn, right, to move ahead, to step up the ladder. So definitely getting a feedback from the right person is going to help you. Okay, well, last but not the least, what is confidence about? Of course, it is nothing but trusting your gut. Yes, that is very right. Because just remember one thing, no one other than you yourself is actually no one other than you yourself can help you, right? So until and unless you have that belief, you have that confidence, nothing else can work for you, right? So trusting your own gut instincts is very, very important, just in case you feel that you want to grow in life, right? So believing in yourself and trusting your own instincts is going to actually take you way ahead in life. Just remember, even if nothing works for you, just sit and introspect, and for sure your inner conscious or your gut is going to guide you the best. Yes, that is true. No matter what situation of life it is, whether it is work or it is your personal front, anywhere, I mean, your gut instinct can never guide you wrong. So if nothing works, trust your gut. Well friends, these were a few tips and tricks and actually techniques which can work a lot to make you confident at your workplace. We will see you again in the next video. Till that time, keep learning with Tutorials Point and Tutorix. Have a good day.